old Mitt.
Pat, Pat, and here's a marvelous, convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake, our tiring house. And we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
I are like in a parlous fear.
Believe you must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue. Let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No. Make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought not to consider yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am man as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name and tell him plainly that he is Snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things, that is, to bring the moonlight into the chamber, for you know Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look at the almanac. Right, find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Oh, why, then may you leave a casement over in the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and then let him hold his fingers, thus, and through that cranny, shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper,
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so every other one according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What a play toward! I'll be an auditor, maybe an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus, Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savours sweet.
Odors.
Odours, savours sweet, so hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice! Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger Primus than airplate here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for you must understand he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Okay. Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of colour like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew. As true as truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninna's tomb, man, why must you not speak that yet, that you answer to Pyramus? You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, sorry. As true as truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous, oh, strange, we are haunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about a round, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a hound I'll be, sometime a horse, a hog, headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, at every turn.
Why do they run away? Hey? This is knavery of them, to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass's head on your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me, if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing that they shall hear I am not afraid. The usual cocks are black of hue, the orange chony Beau, the throat so low with his note so true, the wren with a mighty quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain-song cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth mark, who dares not answer.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that, and yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more's a pity that some honest neighbours will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness, so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peaseblossom, Cobweb, Moth, and Mustardseed.
Ready! And I.
And I.
And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags still from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glow of worms' eyes. To have my love to bed and to rise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal! Hail!
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 I cry, your worship's mercy, heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. And your name, honest gentleman?
Peaseblossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. Good Master Peasebottom, I shall desire of you more acquaintance too. Your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustardseed.
Oh, good Master Mustardseed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant like an ox hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred, that had made mine eyes water. Here now, I desire your more acquaintance, good Master Mustardseed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked, then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, when she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for a great Theseus's nuptial day. The shallowest thick sort of that barren sort, who Primus presented in his sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth comes my mimic. When they him spy, away his fellows fly. Their sense thus weak, with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their peril did snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from Euder's all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Primus translated there. When, at that moment, so it came to pass, Titania awaked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping. That is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, for she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is that same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke him that loves you so? Lay breath bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast laid Lysander in his sleep, being over shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me would have stolen away from sleeping Hermia. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murder look, and so should I, pierce through thy heart with your stern cruelty.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I would rather give his heart carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never be numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misspent mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, not that I can tell.
I pray thee then tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from my hated presence so part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, I will remain. For sorrows heavy doth ever grow, for debt bankrupt sleep doth owe, which now in some sort slight measure it will pay, for as tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. Oh, fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go, swifter than an arrow from a Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one? That must needs be sport alone. And those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep. And vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunnings more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her her?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her her.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow, that pure congealed white, high Taurus snow. Fanned in eastern winds, turns the crows. When thou hold up thy hands, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, the seal of bliss.
Spite, oh hell, I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do? But you must join in souls to mock me too. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and super praise my parts, when I am sure you both hate me with your hearts. You are both rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena? A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes? With your derision none of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make your sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do until my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but guessed wise sojourn. And now to Helen, my home, returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not thy faith thou dost not know, lest thy peril thou it be dear. Look, when your love comes yonder there, thy dear.
Dark night that from his eye the function takes, the ear doth impair the ear more quick of apprehension makes, where it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly dost thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light, why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to beat me in this foul derision? And will you rent our ancient love asunder, to join with men in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me, to praise my eyes, my face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore he speaks as to her he hates, and wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection? But by your setting on, by your consent, what though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved, this you should pity rather than despise?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. Fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where do you tends all this?
Away.
Seems to break loose. Take on as you would follow, yet come not. You are a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from thee like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love.
Thy love, out, tawny tartar, out, out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, Susan, who do you?
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive your weak bond holds you. I will not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was while since night you loved me. Since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, God's forbid, in earnest shall I say.
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing is truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me. You juggler! You cankerblossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by the night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Find your face. Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will your tongue tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she has made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage. Her height, forsooth, she has prevailed with him. Are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak. How low am I? I am not yet so low that my nails cannot scratch into thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower! Hark again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed you for love, I followed him. But he hath chid me hence and threatened me, to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quick go to Athens. I will bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why, get you gone. Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I here leave behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not. So you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but low and little. Will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for thou dost intend never to show of love to her. Thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, I, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine may be quicker for a fray, but my legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed. I know not what to say.
This is thy negligence, still thou mistakest, or else commit thy knaveries wilfully.
Leave me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me that I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise that I anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad I did so sort, as this there jangling I do esteem sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. High, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. Then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragon cuts the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts, wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards. Damn spirits all, that in crossways and floods have burial, already to their wormy beds are gone, for fear these days should look their shames upon. They wilfully themselves exile from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love hath oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even till the eastern gate all fiery red, opening on Neptune with their blessed beams, turns into yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding, haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Fall me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward. Art thou fled? Speak in some bush. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward! Art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars and will not come? Come, recreant, come, thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
Oh, he goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly, that fallen am I in dark, uneven way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou shows me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this fight.
Ho, ho, ho! Coward, why comest thou not?
Abound me if thou darest, for I will what? Thou runnest before me, shifting every place. Darest stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then, thou mockest me. Thou shalt bide this deer, if ever thy face by daylight see. Now, go thy way, faintness constraineth me. To my measure out my length on this cold bed. By day approaching, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night! Oh, long and tedious night, abate thy hour! Shine thy comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company detests. And sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, still me away from mine own company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with the briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysander, if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound, I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in thy former lady's eye, and the country's proverb known, that every man shall take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught will go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all will be well.